Hello friends, welcome to your channel. In this video, we will see how we could create a GitHub repository and push our code to the repository. In Google, we will search GitHub, then click github.com link. Signing up and creating a new GitHub account is very easy. I already have a GitHub account, so I will click on sign in. I will enter username and password. A verification code is sent to my email ID. We will enter the verification code. Now we are in the dashboard. We could create a repository by clicking the new button on top left, or in the right hand side here in the drop down we could click new repository, or we could go to the profile, then repositories, then in the top right new button. We are back in the dashboard. We'll click on top left new button. The repository name should be same as the project name we are making the repository for. For example, I have a Hello World project in Android Studio whose name is My Application. This tutorial will apply to any programming language and any development IDE. I am giving the name of the repository same as the project name. Repository would be private. You could select public also. In general, we make private repository so that all cannot access it. In the description, you could write few lines about the repository. For example, what language, about the project, etc. for the basic idea. Now we will click on create repository button and our repository is created. We will go to our development IDE and we'll open the terminal there, or you could directly use your computer's terminal in code location. In the Android Studio IDE, I open my terminal and I writing a git command git status and getting the message not a git repository. Then we will write the command git init and getting the message initialize empty git repository. Again run the command git status. Now my code's file and folders are coming red. To add a file to the git, we need to run the command git add, then the file location. First, we should add git ignore file to the git. Git ignore file contains those file path which we do not need to add or push to GitHub. We will write git add and then space and then git ignore file path. After this, on running git status command, we could see .ignore file is green. That means it is added to the git. Now we will write the command git commit -m, then the message about the commit. Those files which we have added to git, in this commit those files will be added. Now we write the command git add space then dot. That means all files and folders will be added to the git except those which are mentioned in git ignore file. On running git status command, we could see all red files and folders are green. To make the git added files permanent, after git add command, need to write the command git commit m, then the message describing the commit. Now we will write the command git branch /M then min. To check which branch we are presently in, we could write the command git branch. There are three ways we could connect to GitHub repository to push our code or pull our code. First is setup in desktop, second is HTTPS, and third is SSH. After clicking SSH, copy the line git remote add origin @github.com and paste it in the terminal and then press the enter command. By running the command git remote v, we could check the remote URL that we have added. In the GitHub repository top right corner, click here, then settings. In the left hand side tab, click SSH and GPS keys. For pushing code to the repository and pulling the code from the repository for authentication purpose, we need to add our laptop or computer's SSH key here. Here one important thing to note is that if you do not remember your computer's SSH keys corresponding passphrase, then you need to generate a new SSH key and note down the corresponding passphrase. Passphrase is like a password. By running command in the terminal, you could get your computer's SSH key, but you cannot get the passphrase. I forgot my laptop's SSH key is corresponding passphrase. For that, we will go to the documentation by clicking here. If you remember your SSH keys corresponding passphrase, then you could click check for existing SSH keys. I will click on generate a new SSH key, then adding it to the SSH agent. Here there are three documentation for Mac, Windows and Linux tutorial. My laptop is Mac. To generate a new SSH key, I followed these three steps. After generating the SSH key, to copy the SSH key to the clipboard, I run this command. After generating the SSH key, I have noted down the passphrase. In title, write something. I am writing key 1, my own. Key type, authentication key. In key text area, paste the SSH key. Then click add SSH key button. Here I am getting the message you have successfully added the key. We will go to the Android Studio IDE terminal and run the command git push u origin min. Now asking me to enter the passphrase. When we will type the passphrase in the terminal, it would be invisible. After typing the passphrase, press the enter key and our code is pushed to the GitHub repository. Now if we go to our repository, we could see our code pushed to the repository. I do some comment and then add and then commit the file and I will push the code. Again, I need to enter the passphrase. So that we do not need to enter the passphrase in every push or pull, we need to go to the documentation, generating a new SSH key and adding it to the SSH agent section, and then need to follow the documentation for adding your SSH key to the SSH agent. Thank you for watching this video. I keep uploading videos like this regularly. To keep watching my videos, please subscribe to the channel and like and comment in the video.